Hi, good morning, viewers. You're welcome to the program. It is Citizen, your number one super review program. The Defense Minister, Christopher Musa, yesterday summoned an emergency meeting over insecurity in the country. Of course, we all know that the issue of insecurity is a major concern in the country, and it's becoming worrisome and unbearable. The issue has escalated, and the government at this point in time should respond. That's what Nigerians want. The response of the Nigerian government is what we need at this point in time. I welcome you all to the program once again. I say a big thank you for staying glued to the channel. I'm Michael Adekunle. It is the 12th of March 2026, and I have here with me the Vanguard newspaper. We shall be looking at the stories on the front page of this daily. Let's quickly run through the headlines here. All right, Middle East war. Despite Dangote's price cut, petrol is still 1,300 naira per liter. Despite Dangote's price cuts, petrol is still 1,300 naira per liter. Depot price ranges between 1,190 and 1,200 naira per liter. Transporters, commuters, others lament high fuel prices. We need time to achieve compliance along value chain, says Petron. Crude oil rises marginally to $92 per barrel. Strait of Hormuz closure. We move down to another story down the paper on page 8 on insecurity. Like I said earlier on, the defense minister yesterday summoned the service chiefs to an emergency meeting. We have it here. The defense minister summoned service chiefs over rising attacks. This is coming from the Vanguard newspaper. Defense minister, sorry about that, summons service chiefs over rising attacks. This is on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. On top of the paper, PDP crisis elders heed appeal court advice, move to reconcile feuding camps. You can go to page 26, like I said, to see this. Federal government unveils plan to connect all Nigerian schools to internet. Still welcome development if this is implemented to be a very, very good one. All right. Let's quickly acknowledge the presence of our esteemed viewers who have joined us this morning in the comment section. We really appreciate your engagement. I say thank you for joining us this morning. I don't have access to my phone now. Do I have access to the comment section? Let me try once more. All right, I can see Mafidon. Okay, let me go through the screen. All right, Mafidon, good morning to you. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Also, Pride, you're welcome to the program. Emmanuel Oguji is also here with us. Emmanuel Kingsley is watching us from Madrid, GOA. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Thursday morning. Still the state of insecurity in Nigeria. We'll be looking at it together this morning. Of course, my reviewers are here to dissect these important discussions, these important issues with me this morning. Gentleman, my good morning to you. How are you doing?
Very well.
How are you doing, sir?
Good. I'm fine. I'm all right. All right. Nice to be here again.
All right, Femi, you're welcome to the program. James John.
Good morning, our viewer across the globe. We say thank you for always being there for us. May God continue to be with you. Thank you very much.
I want to also say good morning to our viewers, wherever you are. We want to sincerely appreciate you for always keeping faith with the program and for your kind of friendship towards us.
All right, thank you so much, John. Let's quickly move down to the Middle East war, Middle East ongoing war, and what Iran said about the impact of this war on the global economy. I have it here. The health minister in Iran said that they are ready, that the country is ready for a long-time war that could cripple global economies. And I ask myself, are Nigerians ready for this? Is our great country ready for this? Are we bracing up for this?
It's unfortunate that we find ourselves in this part of the world where we don't prepare for anything. Even today that we don't prepare for it. An average Nigeria, just sleep and wake up by the grace of God. We are feeding ourselves by the grace of God. Another Nigeria is a government on its own. You have to provide your lives for yourself. You have to provide your own road. If you relocate to a new site, community that will gather money, you buy pole, you buy wire, you buy transformer. Later, government will still even come and claim it. So, a government that doesn't prepare for, today, how will they prepare for tomorrow, or prepare for a situation like this? So I don't see Nigeria prepare for this kind of a situation. And the only thing our government can do is that they quickly announce the rolling out of CNG, 100,000 CNG, the one that they have promised us since the day one of removing subsidy, that we have not seen the impact. I have not seen one CNG bus like this since when our president promised us CNG, about 3,000. Okay, if the 3,000 were brought to Nigeria, at least Lagos State, we should be able to see some in Lagos State and plan some, routes, maybe from Ikeja to Ebega or wherever, or you are going to Lekki. I've not seen anyone. So this one that they just promised, I think it's just a matter of word, because of what we have witnessed before. It's not that we want to discredit government, but because government has always been, a government that will promise and will not be able to see the fulfillment. So if we are now saying that the 100,000 kit roll out will not feel the impact, we will not see the impact. It will not go to cushion Nigeria. It's not going to be a support for us. So I don't think I'm making mistakes.
All right, James John, if major war breaks out involving Iran, Israel, United States of America, could this crash global economy?
Well, I will
already we are seeing the ripple effect.
Exactly,
Yeah.
sure.
Transportation,
Very well.
very, very high. We are buying fuel for how much now? 1,300 naira. Even as Dangote has brought down the price.
I want to say it will be a very sorry situation to common Nigerians. You saw what happened during the COVID-19. There was no plan. It shows that we are a people with no plan. You understand? During COVID-19, when the president declared lockdown, Nigerians went through hell, and that has even gone to show that majority of Nigerians are living from hand to mouth. As they go out, they are going out, their survival depends on their going out. You understand? And then there was no plan. There was lockdown. Nigerians are at home. What we even suffer more was not the COVID-19. It was not the virus. The virus. It was actually the hunger that we found ourselves into. Government had no plan for our citizens. You understand? And Iran, with the way they are sounding, this war may linger for a long time. They are not willing to back down anytime soon. In fact, it's even looking like it's America that is looking for a way out. You understand? That is what you suffer if you fight a terrorist country. These are people who prefer to die than to back off. You understand? So I think our leaders should be learning from these experiences. Look at what has happened with just, I think, 13 days today. We are already experiencing another level of hardship. Recently, the government said, inflation was coming down. And of course, some of us can attest to the fact that, particularly on local commodities, prices were going down. But I can assure you, the reality with us now, these prices will start going up again because of the fact that we do not plan for this time. We need to have leaders that will be planning for worst time. In case there is a situation like this, we already have a plan for it, you understand? But it's unfortunate. My prayer as I am now is that Iran should somehow agree to, drop their arms so that the economy globally will return to normal.
But why is it that bad news is always affecting us in the country? The progress of other nations don't affect Nigeria positively. It doesn't affect us positively. Why is it bad news always?
It will be like that. As we usually say that alaloma foko level. When you see, a diligent man, when you enter his farm, you will see that there's clean everywhere. But when you see a lazy guy that has, share border with that diligent man, you will see that his portion will be busy. So that's what is happening. It will always affect us negatively because we fail to plan ahead. Countries that are planned, you will see that they have been coming out, their government are moving towards rolling out of the war. Yes, those are the government that has planning. Those are the government that serious, that have safe. Nigeria battle, just squander everything, spend everything. And all the citizens of this country, they are going to cater for themselves. It doesn't concern government. It doesn't concern, especially this particular administration. It's like, okay, go and sort yourself out. We are less concerned about, you can't pay that subsidy. Go and sort yourself out. Electricity, it's not cheap anywhere. We are not ready to subsidize. Go and sort yourself out. And on this, no. Go and sort yourself. That's how they are treating us. It doesn't concern them. Even the ones that are killing us here, what convenient effort are they make to make sure that that thing stop? Every day, the military barrack has just been, overrun by terrorists. What have they been able to do? They let them know something that is happening in Afar that is affecting us. That one is just additional. The problem is just very, very of it. The major one that you are facing here, have they been able to solve it?
The defense minister has summoned a meeting.
Someone?
Yes, someone. Someone service chiefs to meeting yesterday.
I think the defense minister, the first thing he should do is to apologize to Nigerians. I remember I was supporting his appointment then. You understand? Because he promised Nigeria after his inauguration that in the space of 3 months, Nigeria will see positive results.
So what are we saying?
Matters are getting worse. You understand? So I think because of that, we expect him to come and apologize to Nigerians. You understand? Even though he's not the overall, I want to believe he also take orders from his boss. And that is why sometimes it borders on morals. If you go to society where, people are sensitive to their conscience, if you appoint me to carry out an assignment and you don't give me free hand to do the job, you understand, and I'm receiving backlash, I will resign. But in this part of the world, people don't resign. You don't see people resign from their, even when obviously you see that you are not getting the result. You understand? So I expect him to apologize to Nigerians first, and then I expect government to look inwardly. Is it that there are saboteurs in the military? Why are we not getting results?
But somebody told you yesterday that the Nigerian government knows the location of terrorists.
Does that not solve the problem?
The Nigerian government knows the identity.
It solves it halfway. If I know the location where these people are,
so
what we needed to do is to just go in there and then get the job done.
Mr. Ake, thank you for mentioning that, because I was not privileged to talk yesterday. So I think I have my, let me tell you, identify your problem is number one. Ability to solve it is number two. Identify your enemy is number one. Ability to tackle your enemy is another thing. You may know your enemy. Okay, and I was asking question yesterday that you know that your mother is is the source of your problem. Is it easy for you to rush to go and deal with that woman like you will deal with outsider? If just those ordinary woman there, they say it's the source of your challenge. This one is your mother or your son. And I take the example of David when he have issue with Absalom. That part that he chased him away from the palace, he was still asking that, oh, hope God spare the son, life of that son. That is what is worrying Nigeria government now. They still see them, Nigeria government, and especially those northerners, they still see these people as their avengers. Yeah, that's how they see terrorists. As ordinary Niger Delta, we see Niger Delta avenger as their avenger, somebody that is fighting on their behalf.
So that's why they are sympathizing.
They are sympathizing. They are sympathizing with them. Even after sympathizing, they are still sponsoring them. I've told you how they turn these people to celebrity all of a sudden. When they return that lady, they were snapping with them. Hey, Boko Haram, come and see them. Israel. Some of them, you will see that they celebrate. Okay, some of these bandit leaders, when they are doing wedding, you see that monarch will leave his seat and go and change the occasion and go and celebrate. You see some of Nigeria army. So what are you talking? What Jay Gumi said yesterday? Honestly, I'm not surprised. It's what I've known for long.
He doesn't just go there. He doesn't just go there. He goes to the emir's palace
to shut them. He and the two picture with them. Yes. Sometimes when you keep it up, then when you look like this, you may see one Nigerian soldier or something, and you see say Gumi, and you see terrorists. When they are coming to the community, these people, you see Nigeria security, officer.
Yes, ma'am.
Stating there, they were there, and they refuse to arrest them. They know about them. They know them. Where are you?
The government has no political will.
So deal with them, and you worry yourself. Our first president was once, in his own residence, one of the leaders of Boko Haram was cut in his house. Yes, Kabiru Sokoto was cut. What are you looking for? What evidence are you looking for? Again, they have one former minister of communication in this country was once a very ardent sympathizer of terrorists. Anything called terrorist group was their sympathizer, and he became minister. In this country, Matawale, go and check almost all of them. They have one time championed this terrorist idea. Some of them they are pretender. They know how to do their thing. When they are doing it, some of them know how to be modest. Some are not modest. They will just come out and talk bluntly. But an average northerner politician, let me tell you, they are sympathizer of it. I've told you that one day, if one president said that, okay, enough is enough. Conscript so many people that let's go to the north. Let's bring war to these terrorists. You will hear from Sudan of Sokoto and the rest of the heavy that.
That is what happens.
Yes, that's what they will say.
All right, Chima says, Mr. John, when we told you that nothing will come out of Christopher Musa's appointment as a defense minister, you were here arguing. Your eye don't clear now.
Yeah, why I look at his credential. This was somebody who has been in the military for 38 years. He has seen it all. You understand? Of course, if you say he was, of course, the perfect person for the job. You understand? And I was also looking at the fact that he was from Southern Kaduna, a place that have suffered a lot of attack over the years. You understand? So I expected results from somebody like that. And that is why I said maybe it borders on morals why we don't get results in this part of the world. You understand? Because we don't seem to, we are dead to our conscience. If you are assigned to do any job and you think your superior is, stopping you from going all out to do your job, you resign now. Let Nigerians know that this job I am assigned to do, I'm not given free hand to do the job.
All right, away from that, let's quickly look at what Ayo Omotayo said yesterday, the Director General of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies. He said that negotiating with bandits who kill Nigerian people is welcome as long as it keeps Nigerians safe. That's what he said. Negotiating with terrorists, it cannot kill us, destroy properties. It cannot keep Nigeria. We are going to be, we are going to be circle, and it's not going to give us result. Negotiating with bandits, how? You are giving them more money. Oh, release that one. Go and take another one. That was the meaning of what you are doing now. Release this one. We compensate your cost. You have tried. Okay. Leave this one. Don't kill them. Then go and look for another one. Then we reward you for this one you have done. That is not the meaning of what they are doing. Who negotiate with terrorists?
people that are skilled, that are they don't mean any good for the nation. And somebody will come out and will be sympathizing with them that of course they don't kill, they just kidnap. Imagine they kidnap somebody that was going to North from Lagos or this place, not have money to use here. He cannot travel through here. He travel through road, and you kidnap him and you are looking for 100 million naira. If you have that 100 million naira, or you have somebody that can commit 100 million.
Video.
Yes. Will he go through the land? What is these people? They lack sense, and people that are supporting them. But I know that my challenge is this, Mr. Michael. Let them give us, platform to defend ourselves. If it is state police, if it is community police, or whatever they are going to do, so when they are bringing their nonsense, we will be able to stop them. That is my point. Not that they will hold our hand. We will not be able to defend ourselves. And if our governor fuck up, we will know that we are going to channel. Okay, they are giving you state police or whatever now. You have to do the job. We will know where we are going to direct our, grievance. We know who we are going to ask questions. Not all the time we will be having, questioning Mr. President. So at the local level, we will be able to have control over our security.
I think if that is accepted, it should become a business, a legitimate business in the country.
And aside from the business angle, do you know Islamic terrorists are people who believe that they are fighting a just cause. They are championing the cause of Allah. They have an agenda. If we want to tell ourselves the truth, there was a time Usman Domfodio, Amadou Bello, sorry, let me be precise. On the 11th of January 1960, he made a statement. He said, we shall use the minority in the north as willing tools. He was referring to Christians in the north. And he said, we shall conquer the south and bury the Quran at the Atlantic Ocean. You understand? So we need to have government that have this mentality. They are not neither militants. These are people who have an intention to conquer the entire country. So whatever money you think they are getting now, they are not getting into flex. They are using this money to continue to champion the cause. Their agenda is so that one day we wake up in this country and find this country like you see Afghanistan and Iran. You understand? So we need a government that will go all out and be decisive. If you are not decisive, you must separate between Niger Delta militants. Niger Delta militants are not. How many people have they killed? This one, you have people who are killing both Christians and Muslims, and most of the time they will tell they kill the Muslims because they feel they are moderate Muslims. They feel they are not practicing their own brand of Islam, which is the original Islam. You understand? So we should go all out on these guys, allowing these guys to thrive. Their numbers are growing. You understand? As a result, and they continue to get emboldened. They continue to capture places, territories. There are territories that they have captured in the north now. You understand? And if they allow this thing, they are so patient. Even if you take them 1,000 years, they do not care. You saw what Iran has done.
Of course, yes.
It took Iran how many years? Look at the formidable force they have built. America is trying to withdraw, not because America is not more powerful, but America is looking at the cost of sustaining the war. You understand? America does not waste money like that. So look at what they have built. If you allow these guys, they will get to that point.
All these problems started in
now, and then look at where they are now.
They now owe the whole world. They hold
at ransom.
Now.
All right, let us have your own opinions in the comment section regarding what you are saying. Will this encourage more kidnappings in the country? Will it encourage more killings in the country, or reduce it? Let's have your opinions in the comment section. Please, if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. Also share the program. Hit that like button that is there. Please, we want many likes on the program. We have just 9. You can see 9 there. Please, 9. Please, let us increase it. Let us increase the like. 9.
Not nice.
Not nice enough. Not nice enough.
94.
No, it's even over. It's over.
Yes, so far.
At the back end, it's over.
No, please.
So 9 likes. Okay, somebody has hit the like button. It is now 10. Let us increase it. All right. Let's go to the comment section now to see what our esteemed viewers are saying there. Joe says that Tinubu also chose Motawale as Minister of State for Defense. Yeah. He goes on. Doesn't Tinubu know all this when he chose to work closely with people like Shetima and Matawale? The signs are clear, but Nigerians don't want to accept. Wow. He goes on. If there is no punishment, why would they stop? All right. Thank you for your comment. With the GOA. We move down to Retro Post Reflects. It says, Femi, the people in their den will not agree with you. The people paying ransoms to them by force would not agree with you.
I don't understand what he's trying to say.
Ransom payment is what he's saying.
I'm not saying the people should not pay a ransom. Who they will kidnap his own people and they will ask for ransom. And if you have money, of course you will. You are talking about life here. You are talking about.
No, it's like people in their den.
Okay.
The den of these kidnappers. Are you getting that? Will not agree with you.
Yes, they will not because they want.
Yes, of course.
They want to leave the
young people that they kidnap their people. I'm talking about people that are sponsoring them, and people that know them, and people that are sympathizing with them. Okay, you kidnap. God forbid, my own guy today. I raise money. Should I necessitate me turning you to my friends and believe in your cause because you have once beaten me? So as you succumb, that is my point. That majority of them in that place, they have seen these people. Who are the people that are supplying them logistics? Who supply them logistics? These people, they are not ghosts. Of course, they are eating. They are smoking. Who are the people that supply them this logistics? It's the same people of North. Let me tell you, in the Southwest here, we have our own peculiarity too. Before this issue of kidnapping, it's ritual kidnapping we usually hear about. Yes. We have some people that romance them. They have people that patronize them. They have people that buy body parts. They have people that supply them food. They have cars. Cars driver, all these taxi driver that supply them. Of course, these people, they cannot operate alone. They have people that we, they partner with them to come, to perpetrate all this evil. So what are we talking about here? What you are saying is that today, if people that are living in their domains and they are around decided that, okay, we don't want you, and they outrightly want to uproot them, let the war start from Sultan of Sokoto. I mean it that you people, you should stop all this mess. Okay, we will see the end. The answer is they are romancing them. I told you that any day, any president give me feedback. Okay, we want to see the end of this thing. Conscript as many as Nigerian youth. Let's go to the north. Let's go and dismantle all these people. You will hear from them.
Of course.
Yes. Something they said when the Nepal wanted to take it all out, a war against Boko Haram is war against North. Yes, they are their brothers, of course. What are you going to tell me? I'm not talking about ransom here.
All right, so away from that, let's quickly move down to Osun State. That's your state. And the governor said that his achievements in the state will give him a second time. Why are you laughing, Femi? Why are you smiling?
I wish it's like that. Of course, I'm from Osun State. Based on what you have been hearing, infrastructurally,
has he tried?
The man tried. But like I usually say, Nigeria politics, so many things will factor in. Party will factor in. Tribalism, the zoning politics will factor in. Politics will factor in, and they will join it with some little flop that you have. All of them will factor in. Go to Oyo State. So imagine they also perform.
Not forgetting financial watching.
Yes, okay, because they have weaponized poverty. Can you outspend federal government? The answer is no. You cannot. Okay. Yorùbá will say when it comes to finance, can you outspend federal government? If you are ready to pay each voters 10,000 naira, okay, APC will pay 20,000 naira. Your party agent, if you are giving them 20,000 naira, APC will go and bring 50,000 naira. That is the worst situation. Let me go to this Oyo. Despite all the performance of Seyi Makinde in Oyo State, even if you go and bring one dog in Oyo State, you will have guarantee that he's going to win. But because he failed to practice that politics very well, look at what he's doing in Oyo State now. He has started to be drowning. The political tsunami of Oyo State, he started, drowning Seyi because you don't know how to play this thing very well. You don't know when to keep silent. You don't know when to bow down. Now they are looking for reconciliation. After they have seen that the thing is not working, the thing that they should have done at initial stage, this man was telling them, Bukola Saraki was telling them, don't go ahead with that confession. Took court judgment don't go ahead with conversion. They went ahead with conversion. Now they still want to go to Supreme Court. So now after they now go to the Supreme Court, how do they want to start? Where do they want to start from? And May, the end of May, is the deadline for submission. Okay, you have shoot yourself in the leg.
Where are you from, Osun State, sir?
I'm from Oyo, Neighboring State. I'm from Oyo.
I'm not from Oyo.
But I want to just
I want to say your performance should be the determinant whether you will get a second term or not. But unfortunately, in this part of the world, that is not how it is done. You understand? You will see, they will tell you you have to belong to the party at the center. You understand? But I feel ordinarily, if we have a system that's why we keep complaining about the faulty nature of INEC. You understand? If you have a system that is transparent, your performance should determine whether you will have a second term. But then there is one thing that is going on for him. He has an edge. Davido is there. You understand? We saw what Davido did even when he was not governor, when he does not have the incumbency, whatever. Davido was all out because of the love for the celebrity. People came out to vote for him. And I believe it was also going to be a factor.
Now let me raise one objection. This thing you call, all this thing you call performance, sometimes it's done because one rice man is a king.
That is what
I'm coming. In my own local government, both to local government, the biggest local government in Osun State, the man has not been able to execute any project, any significant project up to this moment. I was told all what he has spent in all local government is not up to 50 million naira. When we talk of projects, a local government as big as he concentrated in Ede. People are saying yes, his project is. They say when you reach Ede now, there is hometown. Ede is hometown. He wanted to even relocate this aerodrome to Ede because it was situated in Osun. It was just local airport that was situated in Ede. Yes, he wanted to. If it is possible for him, he will have go and bring another capital, secretariat capital in Ede. So all these politicians too, they have their flop, and some of them when they are pressing them, go and look at that state after their exit. Go and look at that state, it still remain the same. Yes, that is my problem.
All right, this is the governor critics say focuses more on dancing than governance in the state. Now, beyond this criticism, his achievement, but I know you are close to Oyo.
Yes, I'm from a neighboring state. So eminently qualified to comment, to speak on Osun politics.
So beyond the criticism by his critics, are his achievements in the state sufficient enough to earn him a second time?
Like Femi was saying the other time, talking about achievement, you and I know quite well that the question of the notion of achievement is a value-adding thing, subjective. It's relative. It depends on who is saying what. It depends on which part of the divide you belong. It depends on how you see things. So, like you were saying the other time, in his own local government, local government, in terms of land mass, is perhaps the biggest in Osun State. But they have not really felt the impact of governance, the impact of this particular government in this past 3.5 years. They've not felt it. So despite the fact that some people are trumping up and celebrating, talking about performance, I don't even know where that is coming from. I don't know what they mean. I don't know how to see it. Because you find out that most people talking about performance, they're not talking about infrastructure. They're not talking about capital project development. They're not talking about impacting the life of the citizenry in general. But basically what you see is people talking about salary payment. But just like we said it on this program yesterday, so we need a dramatical departure from the era where we judge our leaders, we judge our governors, our president, our administrators on the basis of, we need to leave that era of judging them, treating them on the basis of salary payment. We need to leave that stage. Gone are the days when you give, it will be the major determinant, it will be the major benchmark with which you measure whether or not a governor has performed. Salary payment, we need to leave that era. So most people commending, most people applauding the governor in Osun. They're doing so from the angle of salary payment. That's what they call performance. To me, it is not. We need to go beyond all that.
When we want to talk about gigantic, project being executed in Osun State, we think of BCR Kande, you get our secretariats. When money they were giving state that time was very low, very, very low.
Nothing to write home about.
It built our secretariat and governor's office.
In 1999 to 2003,
just 4 years. When Oyinlola came, Oyinlola built our university with 6 campuses. with headquarter in Osogbo.
Yes, sir.
We have the part of it in my own town.
One is in Kire.
Come and see the magnificent structure. So when we are talking, Osun State has always been blessed with governor that always perform. During the time of Oyinlola, the second bridge, dualization of federal road that lead to Osun State started from Akoda to Osogbo. Oyinlola started it. He built the second bridge at Osogbo, down river that you cross before you go to Aregbesol's campaign office. So Osun State has always been blessed with governor that perform. Even when Aregbe came, Aregbesola have his flop, but he tried. Go and look at some of those modern schools that he built there. That time, they are still there. They are still there. Yes, infrastructurally. Yes, Aregbesola also perform. So you tell her you want to compare to Adeleke? Yeah, I want to align with you. All of them. Infrastructure. Give it to Aregbesola. I'm not exaggerating his performance. Your supporter will exaggerate your. That's what I usually say now. If you see your supporter, they can exaggerate. But when they leave office, go and still check that stage. You think that you still remain the same. And I need to add this caveat. If you are to go by what you read on the pages of newspaper, what you see on social media, you give it to Adeleke. You give it to, but he has to be conscious. He has to be very, very careful, and so that he will not fall into the same pitfall, the same mistake committed by a presidential candidate 4 years ago in the build up to the general election. So social media popularity doesn't necessarily translate to electoral victory. It doesn't. So with the look of things, why the Oyetola APC camp, they are busy working, mobilizing seriously in the grassroots, trying to harness their potential, their resources. Delegate on the other hand seems to be banking on those youths playing academic politics, playing politics of grammar, politics of social media. It doesn't always work out that way. It doesn't translate. You have to watch it.
I understand that there's no security crisis in that state like that. Yeah?
Apart from the international crisis,
unlike other,
they have their own fair share. They have their own fair share of the security problem. As I speak,
as much as
states. You can't compare that to what contains in Oyo. Oyo is even fairer. Oyo is better compared to Osun in terms of security. Don't forget the Idu Osun Ilobu crisis is still in that same place. We are two major communities, so they are embroiled in a very serious, very hot international crisis. This was 2-3 years, and it appears intractable. It appears unsolvable. Much as we have tried everything to make sure that we need the crisis in the world. So,
Mr. Michael, do you know why an average Nigerian politician will prioritize politics over performance? It has always been obvious that people play politics. People look at politics aspect of things more than performance. Look at Jonathan. When Jonathan was there, Jonathan was doing his best. Jonathan built about 12 universities. Yes, federal universities. We started repairing of this whatever road. In electricity, he was trying. But look at the hot. He was trying to. Okay, you finish the tenure of your boss. You contested. You won. And you used that for years. You still want to contest again. And some people say, let this thing go back to the north. Obasanjo and the rest of them stand up like, he is not going to favor our party. Look at it. And a particular people that have vision, they gather and they correct the mistake that you made. It is turn of north. And they went ahead, they go and bring somebody that has been campaigning for a long time, that has always been winning north, and they just give him little support from the south, from here. And that's settled. So politics, if you want to remain in that power, to also that will make you to be performing, you need to balance it, both performance and the politics. If you perform very well and you fail politically, people will just
I understand politically the state is divided.
Seriously divided, sharply divided today.
That's why the governor had to decamp to
Accord Party. Yes.
I don't know if
the only senator left also decamp 2 days ago. That's the senator representing Osun West. So if they come to Accord to join the governor, to team up with the governor, while the 2 other senators, of course the 2 of them were elected on the platform of PDP. The 2 other senators crossed over to APC earlier on, while the last one, that's the one representing Osun West, Akogunlere Yewumi, he also decamped to Accord Party to join the governor. So his speech is time with the governor.
I expect Mr. Kunle to be here. He's from Osun State. I don't know much about Osun State policy, but do you think Osun State's economy, employment opportunity, security have improved under the leadership of Adeleke.
Hello, Mr. Mike, good morning. Yes, I'm you are most welcome. I'm Mr. Ojolajide. Good morning. You see, Osun State. Okay.
Continue.
Osun State. Osun State is more of a civil service state. So you have to understand some facts about Osun State. Osun State is not an industrialized state like Ogun, Lagos, probably maybe part of Ondo now. If you are talking of anything that is very touchy in Osun State, if you joke with their salary, the civil servant salary, you are gone. It's not unlike Ogun and Lagos. They are industrialized state. If you are talking of the revenue accruing to the state, so the more is accruing to Lagos and Osun. And those things that people
are they improved under the leadership of Adeleke? I don't want us to waste time.
The
security,
employment opportunities.
Yes. They just talk about previous leaders like Arabechola,
leadership has improved under Governor Adeleke on the greater state. It says that look, if you compare, of course, every Yoruba state have their own share of insecurity. But if you compare the level of insecurity we have in the Yoruba state, that of Osun is very, very minimal. It's even more in Oyo state.
That's insecurity.
Yes. There are much attack. Forest guard attack. Less of that is happening in Osun state. That means the insecurity of Osun state is on the minimal level. Then economic policies as well. Like I was telling you that Osun State is not a buoyant state. It's more of agro, allied state. Let me repeat that because we are not here. As more of civil servant state. So there are no much industrialized areas, industries that will bring in money. And then when my commercial activity as well, the commerce activity is not on. So you have more to do by the government. That it's the government that must not empower the people to raise them from the level where they were. Or can I compare that with Lagos? Lagos is more enterprising, more commercialized state. Even Ogun State, more industrial and commercialized state. But in case of Osun, it's the government that is now lifting people from the level of it's the government that is lifting people from the level they are to the present level, to the economic level. So that's what government is doing. So for a government that can do that leads people from the level of the civil service states and analyze into a more now an increasing industrialized state that coming up. And then the government does not pay in payment of the salary of civil servants. I told you they are civil servant states. That's if a government that pays the man does not joke with that. If you joke with that, he is gone. So you give it to that government. Number one, civil service state is not failing that. Number two, insecurity is not failing. Number three, is raising the level of awareness of people in terms of economic activities, empowering them because there is an awareness.
So that's all right. I don't expect much from you as regards governance under the leadership of Adeleke. At some point, you were supporting Adeleke, and later you changed, started supporting Omishori, right? So, if you had the power to advise Osun State voters, would you tell them to vote Adeleke for second time or another candidate?
I think Adeleke as it is now, he cannot carry on with the burden of Osun as it is now. So I can tell you, Adeleke may be voted out. And
he said he has achieved a lot.
Yes, it has, but
have you felt it?
We've not really felt.
As a citizen of that
the only thing we saw some infrastructure. I think we said some infrastructure in but the economic this thing of the average Austrian people has not been transferred, to that good governance from Adeleke, because they don't even allow him as it is to settle down. All eyes on him and on Adeleke, as you can see, and a lot of things that Adeleke ought to have done that will have given him that privileges if you see there's Osun still rolling in. When they say Osun is just what's it called? It's been. You have Ajakuta still rolling. Likewise, you have still rolling mail in Osun, and you still have company, and you still have Sheginola, which is a gold gold settlement in Osun State. So there's no state that is not being blessed in Nigeria yet. The Osun has not really wake up to start converting what's it called blessed resources. So they are becoming more. So not really even more. It has been there since, because Osogbo still rolling company has been existing since. It's just like Ajaokuta that went on the on the dead on arrival. So to me, Osogbo as it is, and Adeleke, I think Adeleke cannot make it the second time, because the Tinubu himself, his brother need to come in. I think he wants to just put his brother into that seat, because that was the guy that was with Aregbesola at that time. I think it was chief of staff to Aregbesola. So he wants his brother to come in. All
right, I'm coming to you, gentleman Mike. Many of his critics said most of his projects were initiated by previous administration. Should he still take credit for this?
Well, the people of Osun will decide the fate of the incumbent governor of that state, Ademola Adeleke, if indeed some of the read from our own end here about what he's been able to do since he came on board in 2022. Over 100 to 150 kilometers of road has been tarred from what we followed up with. That he has been able to reduce the debt burden of that state by about 40%. I also read that pensioners, all the areas of pension that he met, he's been able to clear the backlog and all of that. So if he has been able to touch the people of Osun in some of these sensitive areas, I think they will definitely give him their votes, regardless the party. The party will also play a role anyway. We can't lose sight of that. And there are people that will vote based on party. They don't want to know. The moment he leaves the party that they are used to having him in, which is the PDP, then he has lost those set of people. There are categories, but there are people that will follow him to any party because of the fact that they believe in what he has been doing so far, and they want to give him a second shot.
Femi, let's quickly talk about his defection to our party. Can it affect his re-election?
Yes, it will definitely.
We have PDP in that state. We have APC there.
Yes, it will definitely.
It was captured to APC before.
But it was blocked. It was blocked. So it will definitely affect him. But likewise, let's balance the team. People of Osun State, they have the reservation for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They call any governor that comes from ABC, they call them Adele governor. It's Adele, they will call them Adele. DOC. DOC, Adele. District officer from Lagos. So people of Osun State, they don't like something like that. And there is another thing that APC should also be expecting that may work against them. You see that issue of local government fund being suspended by federal government. People that are local government workers, they can collect salary. And it's affecting them. And do you think they will be, that one will be a plus for APC? The answer is no. So it's a matter of 50-50. But my point is that it's not all the time that the best candidates will win. If to say the best candidate has always been winning in Nigeria, we will not be here where we are now. If to say we are following up in the best, not so, where that time. So the problem is that much more things will be factored in. Like I usually say, much more things will be factored in.
Apart from how much is from that state.
Yeah, that's a factor.
That's a factor.
That's a factor. It's a factor.
Tinubu has never claimed Osun State. He has never claimed Lagos State. Please, point of correction. There's no way he has ever claimed it from Osun State. It's always the claim is from Lagos State. So if you are saying there is more Osun State, you must have your ability to.
You need to set the record straight.
Let's clear that.
Or record is for
Lagos. You say it's
ancestral home, right? It's Osun. Osun. Even from his family cognomen, as Omori
yes,
his family cognomen, Ikoyi Esoda, most people call him Omolorode. Everything about that suggests that traditionally you are from Osun, because the whole place of the Ikoyi people is down there in Osun. So you have every justification to trace his origin to Osun ancestrally, and he's from Osun. Even though on record today, in modern day Nigeria, is from Lagos.
Actually, Tinubu has never come out to claim Osun, but everybody know I'm coming. It's an open secret, and it's a confirmed things. He made sure that he even went to his own community to go and bring his brother Oyetola. People that know them,
And that settled his out.
Okay, let's forget about it. The man cannot stand in front of me like this and say that he's not from Osun.
Who are you?
He cannot. They cannot ask him to. Okay, they say you are from Osun State, and he will not say no. I'm not. Because he will not say that. Also, now, everybody in Lagos State, they know where they come from. Apart from some people, the Aborigine people that are maybe from Epe, the Bush that are in that Epe and Ikorodu, all of them, they have their roots now. They know where they are coming from. They know where they are coming from. So if anybody say that Tinubu is from Osun State,
right.
You can subject it to any length you want to subject it to, but it's an established fact. And I've heard it from several people, even people that I've been hearing it for a long time, but when I hear it even from when he said that they are living now, it's a bat. Adoni, Osun State. And so, it's an established fact in Nigeria. And I don't think anybody should argue that.
To say, take away. I think the local government, this is they said they seized from the Osun citizens, that's the local government fund. I think they still give them channel for them to access any bank, and they are still giving them money as it is until they relieve that issue ban they put on the local government treasury. So, but to me, I can say whatever Osun is moving well. Osun is, any moment from now it will turn to industrialized nations. But I can tell you, Adeleke is not really fit to occupy Osun any longer, because the way it is now, all the Japunas of this world, they are after him. So that's why it's lonely now. It's lonely. You can see the party he went to join, and it's just a lonely party. So to me, I just
the person doesn't have weight.
That doesn't any longer. Yeah, the likes of the Jagabans and they are diminishing structure already. So there's nothing they can do. I'm telling you, that is what is going on from my state. You can't be telling me what I know about my state. I will tell you, doesn't have any access to that place. After this now, don't say a bandit is wrong. I'm more informed. You're not informed. I'm telling you again. Oyebaji is the one coming in now. Oyebaji, which is the president cousin. Oyebaji is the one now that wants to occupy that seat as it is now. Even this guy tried it. They bench him up. Obisore.
That is from Osun State.
I said, what is the Adeleke cannot come back.
Mr. Mike, we can get by inclusion. Because why do you think you know better than him? Mr. Mike, this is common. In the area we are now. We are here discussing about Iran, US, everything happening there. Are we in US? Are we in Iran? So how can somebody tell me because it's from Osun, he knows more than me? Anything happens in the public domain, so the way you know it. The development going on everywhere is known, except you are not quarreling with the development. Get my point. With Oyetola, when Jagaba was backing him, they defeated Oyetola. So which Jagaba was talking about? When Jagaba was having the whole support, everything, he was there. He spent for almost 2 days before the election. To the election era, he was defeated. His brother was defeated. So how can I be seen the bragging that I said what to tell you that I want to rig our family. I'm not taking it for me. Except telling me that
they want to rig outrightly, then they will now free fair election to come in. And again, you see flying, he says that the record of that man is there for him to speak for him. But if he's telling you they need federal man to make the election result not to count, I won't argue because I know that's the government Nigeria. But to be telling me Tinubu is there, he has not dismissed. It's not ground. So it's him, back him. Was he not divided? He was divided. So don't give us the that you have a motion. You don't know what's going on. No, the Akoma is not giving you loan. He has not asked you to come in now. Akoma is not coming to the ground. Yes, you cannot don't say that. As I'm telling you, Tinubu is more interested. He is not. Tinubu is going to be. Let me enlighten you. Can I enlighten you? Thank you very much. I want to tell you. I'll be done. They said the Judas saw that election that Adeleke won. They shall not see it anymore, and they will not see it any longer. I'm telling you, let me not break it down. Let me break it down for you. As of that time, Osun people were against Tinubu, and the majority of them, they were in the opposition, and Regbeshola opposition, all of some other opposition. And this time around, they came together, say, okay, who no road now if they won't follow, which is Tinubu. All of them now become the block and fuse it into APC in Osun State. As I'm telling you now, APC is taking over, and they are even over. They are in charge.
Who are you supporting now?
Say to me, I think the person I would have supported was Omishori. But there's crisis with them. So to me, I can say
because you built water.
Yeah, and it was
that's why you are supporting.
No. He tried for the.
That's what you said.
Yes. They need to pay. They need to pay him back. But you see, there was. If I need to start dishing out those issues, there's one Baba that ruled Osun State. You remember that woman? You remember that man? Bisi Akode is the one instigating issues.
Who are you supporting?
So who am I supporting now? I think assistance. If they bring Banji, if they bring Banji now, APC candidate, I would definitely support. I don't want to be a bad party member. So to me, Adeleke cannot continue. You don't even love Adeleke more than me. You don't know Adeleke more than me. And I can say Adeleke messed up himself. It's like they're now looking at him as immature governor. Dancing all around the space. It's just dancing. I mean, they don't want to. Nigeria is not what Osun need. It's not a sadist. It's not a sadist, but when you keep dancing, and they are work for you to be done. No, they turn him to just what has he got to do? They turn him to just now. They just an average Osun man will tell you that wetin go do, why dem go take sanitize this governor. There's always things to do with governor of the state. That's his own hobby. What's your hobby? The hobby is getting. What's your own hobby? I have my hobby, but it's not that every time you see me doing the hobby. It's when I'm ready. My hobby is I play basketball. I play basketball. I play basketball for my country and for my state. I play basketball. That's my hobby. Basketball is my hobby. Yes, I can tell you. Yeah, big ball. I play basketball. Yes, I play basketball. I serious.
And the people criticize you for playing basketball.
No, there's a time to play. There's a time to be serious. Right? There's a time to play and there's a time to be serious. So what I'm telling Adeleke doesn't know there's a time to be serious. And he always does it. You could see what happened when the first lady went to Ife, and you could see the dancing before he even left this. It wasn't called. Started criticizing.
God is a happy man.
No, you don't. It's not. God is a happy man. God is a happy man, but God does not say you should abandon the job that you need to do.
We are not talking about. Okay, Mr. Mike, what he's talking about is not even realistic. He's talking about dancing. What has dancing got to do? King David is a king of a whole nation. He danced. Somebody who mocked him. Somebody who mocked him for dancing for God. He went barren forever. So why are you talking about dancing? As the dancing, listen to me, please. If you let me know, is your Dapo? Dapo, is it dancing? Is that his hobby? Is that his hobby?
You should leave the job allocated to you. But you left it and you start dancing. There's difference between you went to a party that you are invited for, and you just memorize with them and organize yourself with them. So that's the hobby. So what is that?
Your hobby must not conflict with your duty. I think your hobby does not conflict with duty. Yes, this man here, there's some number big investors. He claimed the man is done in Osun. He has said this here to our hearing. People already heard him saying the man has performed creditably. He said it so. He has sent to hear him. What has dancing your hobby? What has it got to do with your performance, your duty, your responsibility? As long as you are responsible for your what you are asked to do, your hobby does not inhibit in any way. So that man, that Adeleke, is a man that I've seen that Osun people will still give him rising support. I think he was. See. Look, with Tinubu support for him, he was defeated. Adeleke was defeated. Yes. So Sam is telling me that Tinubu will use outright rigging method to rig him out. Then I won't agree anything with him. But if Tinubu allow free election to hold, Adeleke will come back and challenge this Oyetola with further mind.
I think for me, because Kule, I could remember when Kule was happy, dancing, Adeleke working, we were here together. Because Adeleke refused to join APC, today it's not the same. It's wicked. It is, let me tell you, 2023, Adeleke defeated Tinubu.
Yes.
And that is where he lives. Today, he got there, he has not seen local government allocation. If you look Osun State, you're supposed to do that. The punish your person don't punish you are punishing your people.
Yes.
But let me tell you, Kule, Adeleke will win governorship return again. You see, we said the truth, you must not join the APC before you can support this. So Adeleke will win. Kule Gwara.
All right, yes, is there any way his hobby is affecting
No, it didn't go.
Well, that what Kule said. He's always dancing up and down, and that has really affected. I don't know if you said it has affected the state. I asked, what has that got to do with governance?
I don't think it has anything to do with governance. No. I don't think. There's nobody that doesn't have a hobby. Most of these guys you see as governors today, they go into their choice, personal, private life. And this is a man who claims that that music runs in their thing. And he has been dancing before he became a governor. So,
we used to call him dancing senator.
For me, I don't think that is the reason why he shouldn't perform. Nigerians actually condemned the first lady. At that point, he was trying to call him to order. Politics are about fun. There's nobody that doesn't dance. Even Bola Tinubu dance too. There's nobody that doesn't dance. So I don't think that will actually bring anything that has to do with his purposeful leadership. If he really want to perform, if he really want to give dividend to democracy, to his people, to his state, it has nothing to do with it. There's no connection at all. It has to do with dancing.
I will raising up for another hardship. The minister in Iran said yesterday that they are ready for a long time war, and this could cripple the economy of the world. Are we, as Nigerians, ready for this?
Mike, when you talk about how they are planning to take over the Strait of Hormuz, happens to be an exit point or a navigating point for all the oil tankers all over. They have to pass through that Strait of Hormuz, and it happens to be within the space of Iran. It's like they have not learned their lesson. They need to teach them, a very harder one, so that they can also understand that they cannot, because of what they are planning or what they are doing, they want to obstruct, transactions or maritime business. That cannot happen. And Trump has already sent a signal to them that if they try it, then he can invoke something that will, forever, Iran will never be rebuilt. He said it very clearly. Say, will never be rebuilt. So, but for me, these guys, imagine if they had nuclear weapon. Just sit down and imagine Iran with nuclear weapon. Imagine they will just wake up. They will just wake up one day and shut down the whole world, and that is why there is crisis there. Because of the deal they refuse to, go into, because they have an ulterior motive, and we are beginning to see that there are more sophisticated hypersonic missiles, within almost all the provinces in Iran, hidden inside tunnels and rockets and mountains up and down inside caves. But I can tell you, they can never take control of that Strait of Hormuz. They can never, and they will never. Because see, the world is civilian casualty in Iran. No matter how mountainous that area might be, the world is just being careful. Maybe if they push the world to an extent, they will teach them a lesson. And I can tell you, they will teach them a serious lesson. And if you look at it very well, there is no nation currently now that is backing Iran. They have offered them peace on several occasions. They rejected it. They insisted in enriching uranium. And look at what the Israeli ambassador in Nigeria here said. They are the one that are sponsoring terrorism. They are one of the countries sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. So for me, the oil, this thing they are talking about, I know it will come down within this week and next week. Everything will come down.
Now, if the country says it is ready for long conflict that would disrupt key economy or global economy, is this not a warning to Trump?
Mr. Mike,
to ceasefire?
no, it's not. It shouldn't be a warning. It's for to ceasefire. Because I remember one of the ministers said that if you even quoted the figure of the barrel of oil, what is my minimum of what it will be? He said minimum of $400.
We are already having the effects.
Yes.
It's affecting us.
There is something that
And for a country like Nigeria that is grappling.
He said something that's nothing he said. He said it. He said the strait, that part of the ocean where the tankers, all tankers,
Where they fly.
is within their corridor, and they will make sure they exploit it to make sure. He said even if what they will bombing the tankers. You can imagine that. If they bomb all tankers, that means he want to declare economic war on the whole world. So what Osun said, that the world, in fact, the whole world man, maybe that's this paradigm to them for now. By the time they are going to becoming more extremism saying that they want to put the whole world into serious harsh economic conditions, then the whole world may really go all out again. So, but that's what he said, that Trump said they may be taught lessons that it will be harder for them to be rebuilt. And why can you hold the whole world to economic ransom? They have been giving you terms of negotiation, refuse peace. They're not saying, okay, you now hold the whole world to ransom. Maybe because you are fortunate that part of where your corridor is where the oil tanker normally passes through, to deliver their content to different countries of the world. You now want to dominate. You even tell you be bombing the oil tankers already for 829. they'll be bombing it. That means oil tankers will not be affected. So if they go in Russia, in Venezuela, passing that place become a problem for them. That means no oil tanker will go and risk the vessel to be bombed. What would that happen? Scarcity of fuel. Of course, now you know what that will lead to the world economy. So I think if they don't take the time, they'll be taught bitter lessons. I agree with you 100%. They'll be taught harder lessons. Remember, it's not be the only years now.
So over 200 people have died.
Mr. Mike, the whole world should rise up and begin to.
According to reports.
Yes, the whole world begin to rise up and begin to see that threat that minister has given as not just a joke. Already now, because no, our own is a popular problem anyway. The increment in the cost of barrel of fuel should be a blessing to our nation. It's because we are importing refined petroleum products. That's why we are experiencing scarcity, increasing cost of petroleum products. Suppose we have our own local refinery, refining for local need, you won't be bothered. The more the price of barrel of oil goes up, that will be a blessing to our country because the more we will be earning for the country. But because we are importing refined products, that's why we are suffering the increment you see in the petroleum products. So that's where it's a disadvantage to us. Those countries where they have international local refinery, for their local need, they have no this problem. It's a blessing because the food, barrel of food is increasing every day. So it's working. So guys, you also import food from all over the world. How much was the percentage of food? Even yet, percentage of local food, what's the percentage allocated to him? Was he giving local food to refine for our local needs? It was not. So for him to remain in business, you must import food from all over the world. And you now import food at the current oil price market as an escalated price.
NNPC is the problem.
Is the Nigerian government, federal government, who could not muster the courage to bring about more private refineries like we have Dangote. All the government want be in a working condition. That's the problem we are facing. Otherwise, the current situation we have now should have been a blessing to God to Nigeria because the more we export, the higher money we will get from our crude sales. The price is going up. But because we have to spend that money again to import, we find products again at a higher cost.
I just want to add to that issue, Mike, you just read about the threat to global economy. I think from the development we are getting from the Washington, the U.S. combat operations will be landing within that strait now to provide security for vessels that are coming in and going out or navigating to wherever they want to navigate. But the thing is that they have led a marine mine within that area that can burst any or create any hole. I think they targeted one of the ships, either from one of the countries, but not America. So to that extent, and once that thing is really properly cleared, and there are it began because I think you are getting to a point that most of the generals have run into tunnels. They have disappeared into tunnels. From there, they are issuing orders and whatever. But you see that corridor, of global oil and maritime passage. They can never take it down from. What America see, they equally created a problem for themselves because as it stands now, once America finish what they are doing there, they are not living there again. Once they finish what they are doing there, they are not living there again. Because you know why? If Trump needs to be careful because Iran has been under sanctions for some time now, including nobody apart from China that is buying anything from them. From China. So by the time they cripple the economy, China will have problem. And China is also being careful at this point in time to tell you that America is in charge and they will remain in charge. That's the truth. So by the time, I think by today, tomorrow, they would have, landed there very well and begin to conduct passage navigation for ships, tankers, and I think by today, tomorrow, they would have landed. Then the problem is that maybe they have a kind of device that can go under the water because there's this story that most of their supersonic missiles now are being buried inside the sea.
You know, and so that's another thing the U.S. government will need to look into. But as for now, you can see between, but it's not going to be. See, what happened in Nigeria is that they just capitalize. I don't think that the crisis in the Middle East, has drifted to the point that you start affecting African countries. It has not gotten to that point, But because of panic that they're already there, it's time for us to make money. That's why you see all these things happening. Do you know how many weeks it takes an oil tanker with crew to navigate from that place to Suez Canal down to here? It takes time, but which is not up to the time we started seeing increase in some price. It started immediately. The panic started immediately.
The Iran across into it now.
Where's the new supreme? The new leader?
Yes, you see?
Is he on the
Yes,
run?
no, what happens that there was a massive bombardment.
It seems missing.
There's a massive bombardment on Iran in the last 24 hours. And then news carried that it was under that bombardment. And it's possible that he must have been killed or he suffered injury. He has not been seen for the last 3 or 4 days.
No, I think it was within. You know what happened? They were just painting a certain picture. Before the experts of the assembly, according to what they called, they came out and they have not seen him. But it looks like on that day they hit Ayatollah Khomeini himself. He was also within that distance. So from what we heard, he sustained serious injury. That very day, the man died. The Khomeini himself died.
He lost his wife.
Sisters and wives. One of them wife. Because do you know what? Immediately after that meeting, he would have entered inside that bunker that maybe before you see him, and they don't want him to leave that particular space because that would have been where they would have seized everything, because all the whole generals, all the whole arrow revolutionary guards, corps, we are all present in that place. So immediately after that meeting, he will just go underground finally. But unfortunately for him, the Israeli IDF was timely, and got their target in that regard. And since that time, we have not seen the new man. And America is not going to accept him. Nobody is not going to accept him. So if they feel that they can challenge the whole world, okay, let us see what will happen at the end of the day.
It's even more deadlier than his father. It's even more deadlier than his father. He's the second son to the man, to the late president, the late man. This guy Mujaba is the second son that he was deadlier than that they be seen as a hardliner, a revolutionist who carry on his father's ideology of Iran. So it's unfortunate for him. They have been caught in this massive under bombardment that they don't know whether he's alive. But let's wait and see the next 1 or 2 weeks. People will know that he's also dead. But he lost his wife, the first bombardment that killed his father.
All right, with rising insecurity in the land, do you still trust government to protect the people? The defense minister summoned service chiefs to a meeting yesterday, an emergency meeting over escalating security in the country. What do you have to say?
Quite unfortunate that Nigeria has actually found herself in this kind of situation. It has lingered for so long. Mike, when you talk about summoning meeting and all that, I don't see all those things. They're just trying to maintain some kind of cosmetic relevance, that Nigerians, so many of Nigerians are no longer interested, in what they are trying to do. My own opinion is very clear. The Nigerian military should advise the president, or whoever that's going to advise the president, to tell Mr. President, can they be able to get to the problem? Why is this thing happening in Nigeria? I think that's the first thing they need to do. Since they have applied kinetic and non-kinetic approach, and none seems to be working, and we are seeing more and more attacks. They are advancing in all nooks and crannies. Right? Is it not time? They even call these northern leaders to a meeting and ask them, what, since they have their addresses, they have their numbers, they have their names, they know where they are living.
You know, why can't one minister just take it up as a responsibility? You know, and to call of them, even if they are not going to make it public. No, call them, ask them actually what they want. You know, because if you look at it, meeting does not solve anything. It has not solved anything. We should.
Mr. Mike, the truth about the matter is that the president knows his policy to a point. And what is that point? To a particular tribe that is responsible for it. This man behind me is from Edo. This is an Yoruba man. Maybe a Kabama is there. He's not of the tribe that I have mentioned here that is responsible for this killing. It's a particular tribe that is responsible for all this insecurity we are experiencing in Nigeria. And the leadership of that tribe in Nigeria, which is the Sultanate of Sokoto. Why can't President someone like what she said? Someone in leadership of that particular tribe, you did the addition of adding to what he says that particular tribe that have been narrowed down to. Why government should be just someone in leadership of that tribe?
You think the president has not done that?
Yeah, he has not done that. He hasn't done that. No. He has not done that.
So if he hasn't done that, why is he hiring foreign mercenaries?
Mr. Mike, what I'm saying is that
to fight terrorists.
Sultan is the head of Fulani Emirates and everything in Nigeria. He's the head of Fulani. Why can't Mr. Mike call Mr. Sultan to ask for hello, sir? Like Obasanjo did to OPC now. OPC is about the season now. He went on out about OPC now. So,
unlike
I'm not saying
Yaradua did to Nigeria.
Yes. Jonathan, go to the King Nigeria people.
Go and meet them.
Talk to them.
Discuss with them.
Discuss with them.
Feed me back.
Yeah, Mr. Sultan. So, Mr. Sultan, your people have been fire security report shows that most of these bandits are for Fulani extraction. And you are the leader of Fulani leadership in Nigeria. What can you do to assist Nigeria in speaking to your people? Bring them to, and you don't need this now. You saw him going to the king, meeting with them. They came out with their submitted their gun, and they embraced amnesty. Mr. Sultan is your.
And don't you think this has gone beyond what?
It has not gone places because it has not gone beyond. It's because President Tinubu is afraid of political losses of gain.
Not yesterday when Sheikh Gumi told the public that the Nigerian government knows the location of the terrorists. Knows their identity.
Yes, because if he hits them directly, they are mostly from the northwest. All those states they are from northwest part of Nigeria. The 7 states that have majority Fulani voters is afraid of political gain, political losses. Political gain or losses, what is happening to Tinubu? If you could be able to deal that region, and I'm not even saying go after, okay, call the leadership.
Political losses and Nigerians are dying.
Yes, that's what happened.
We saw the same thing under Buhari. We saw all the whole meeting and all that under Buhari. All these things does not. Mike, you know what I'm saying this? Let posterity judge everyone. That's what I'm saying. He has been having private meetings with Sultan of Sokoto over and over again. Mike, I'm talking about the entire Hausa Fulani. Invite them for a conference on security challenges. Ask them simple questions.
Security
summit. Yes.
Summit.
What do you want? Abi?
First, understand that.
When you understand that, you know, okay, they will not say this is what you want. You will not look at it. Is it something the federal government can actually handle
or not?
Because we know ab initio that they gave reasons
for these attacks.
Before now, they made it very clearly that this is what they want. But unfortunately, you know, government upon government, some of them comes and does go away, and at the end of the day, the whole thing continues. It's quite suspicious. So if you can do that, and they said, okay, we want the entire 36 states in Nigeria under Sharia law. Because that is where the whole thing is going. If that will actually bring peace, so let us know. Look at something that happened recently to tell you, you know, it has becoming a trend. Somebody on a Ramadan, or what they call it, you know, a woman and a man was inside keke.
moving, and they say they're not supposed to be sitting together. They killed them. They killed them. Yes. They stoned them to death. Man, it's happening in Nigeria. Man, you yourself, Mike, you are not comfortable with the whole thing that is playing out. No human being can be comfortable with that. So if it is actually what they want, give it to them. Say that is Onyeze, there are thousands of IDP camps. The Nigerian media are not reporting it. Yes. They are not reporting it. IDP camps everywhere. And you can see.
They even attacked the IDP.
Look at the guy that was.
Is this Kaduna?
Look at the one that was traveling to one of the northern states. They are demanding 100 million.
I saw it.
Mike, can you understand? Can you understand that where are you going to get 100 million? And then when you eventually this one gets to them, they rearm again.
Yeah, armament.
And somebody is telling us to embrace negotiation.
Mike, there are reasons, there are levels where you can negotiate. Not this type of situation. America, to an extent, even Israel, they did some level of negotiation.
But it didn't work.
You understand? But it didn't work. But see, when you offer peace, they reject peace. You offer solutions, they reject it.
Make the next move.
They are looking for trouble. Mike, I've never come out. Let the Northerners look at somebody saying that our brothers are in the government and Nigerians are dying. The roads are known, they are virtually everywhere. Look at the network, but with phone numbers. Look, I was listening to Sowore. It was not funny when Sowore was, trying to analyze Gumi's statements. The government officials on their own leisure time call them. They're waiting to happen now. I'm going to give a chance, clear that side for no to do something. Nigeria has become a jungle. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu stand in a position. If he stop Pronoto, I'm telling you, he stand in a position with the Tagaban in him to do the needful. We cannot be in unity and be dying. What is the essence of the unity? Nigeria has lost some part of the country to terrorism.
Are controlling the states.
Yes. Many.
That is the problem Iran is facing today. They just want the most populous black nation in Africa to be under Sharia. Are you seeing the Southern supposed to condemn what is going on? You can see on every day he's going to be Bola Tinubu. Now they are planning how they will make him the supreme leader of all the traditional rulers in Nigeria. And make Ooni of Ife the permanent leader of all the traditional rulers in Nigeria. Like, that's why I tell you, all of them are just suspicious.
Hello.
In a situation where you say you call it democracy, government of representative government, that is what they call democracy. But can't Bola Ahmed Tinubu sacrifice whether or not vote for him or not, and just give Nigerians even though 1 hour peace?
That's it like what I'm saying. Dear the leadership of these people, and the people have been known to be the one behind this crisis. Call their leadership and tell them, please talk to your people, and then the speaker votes he may leave from them and save us from them and declare full scale battle against them. And then they are okay to them. So but he cannot do that. He's a man that is prioritizing political gain over such an action.
All right, so Lasukomi Adewumi says Nigeria can never be a one country. We are just wasting our time.
Okay.
When the people are ready, they know what to do.
Okay. Yes, I agree with him.
When we are ready,
when we are ready,
they know what to do.
the large masses of the people. the last match we are not enjoying anything. The last number we are not enjoying anything. Yes, see. So let me tell you, waiting for the government to see the government scoring for them with less number of scoring men. Business is very grossly inadequate compared with the population of Nigerians. Why I'm not praying for his to go beyond this level? Take up arms. Mr. Man, when there's a will, there will be way. When there's a will, there will be means. If you dare, Mr. Man, when there's a me, then when there's a will, there will be way. When there's a way, there will be means. This is those things they fall naturally. When we get to a point where we need to organize ourselves, and need to defend our security, that's the will. Then the way how to do is to open us to us, and then the means to do is we also come to our hands. It's not wait for the government again to do that.
Mike, the elites are not interested in it. The only people that will stand up this thing, we are already divided. Is the masses. If you are waiting for the elites to say, no, they will not do it because they are too comfortable.
All right, many thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate your presence. I appreciate your contributions and the viewers as well. We appreciate your engagement. We'll be back here tomorrow with more interesting topics. I'm Michael Adekde. Stay safe.
Thank you. Right, you can't go away from don't take.